It was live.
Okay. You gonna count us in?
It's nothing to count. We're on the air.
All right. It'd just make me feel better if you just did like a 10 or whatever.
Just say 10 or whatever.
10 or whatever.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Got you. Oh, wait, he's got to do our theme song.
Oh, that's right. For old time's sake.
Is this live? Everybody hearing this? I don't have cans, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
Yeah, it's coming through.
Can you hear them? Paul and Don Lee telling jokes. Oh, those funny blokes. Can you see them? What they're doing? They're socializing with Swirtle ice cream. It doesn't matter what they say. They'll be making you laugh anyway. Hey, Matt and Mattingly. Matt and Mattingly. Matt and Mattingly.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Awesome. It comes through with just gems.
That was much better than any of my news theme songs I've done on TSS. That was way better. This is Ready Rich kicking us off. Welcome to the Ice Cream Social Test Episode 3. Sitting across from me is Mr. Paul Mattingly.
And sitting across from me, that would be Matt Donnelly.
How you doing, Paul?
I'm lovely, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just drove in from Los Angeles, and boy, are my arms tired.
Yeah, I know. That drive is not easy. You had a fantastic improv show last night.
I did, yes,
with the
I did.
Neutrino Video Project.
Yeah,
yes?
I did the Neutrino Video Projects over at the Groundlings Theater, and for anybody who doesn't know what that show is, it's an live improvised movie. And we have 3 camera crews take suggestions from the audience and literally run right outside the theater and film in every location they can, and physically run memory cards back in, and with no editing, they're just played in order.
Wow.
For the audience, and then it's even scored live, but the DJ is watching it along with the audience. He's just scoring on the fly.
Just
as
on
well.
the fly. Wow,
Yeah.
that's so cool. And
It's a lot of fun.
And so there's not a whole lot of delay then. What
No.
do you do? Is there any kind of vamp between the first beginning of suggestions? Because then I guess there'd always be product flying in. But at the top, what do you do?
That's exactly good question. That's a fellow improviser talking good talk right there.
Right.
Yeah, because the movie is shot and then run in. It's not live. It's just really close to live. It's like
Right.
It's like the best failure at being live, and that makes it the hardest to pitch to television people.
Yeah.
But we vamp. As a matter of fact, this is how I vamped last night. I was the host, so I was in charge of doing a 5-minute delay. And rather than try to do stand-up, which crossed my mind, I decided I would just ask the audience, like, hey, have you ever stolen a video camera as a kid? Like, stole your parents' video camera, or a friend stole their parents' video camera? I assumed theft. Like,
assumed theft.
Yeah. None of my friends were allowed to use their parents' video cameras. Certainly not without their supervision.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like every time we had access to a video camera, it was bad. We were doing something bad.
Yeah, I never got one till I was like 17, but then my parents actually threw down for a Sony Slim Cam, which actually took a
Whoa.
whole VHS tape. Yeah, they really believed in me.
So they're priest-nun sex tapes, and then they just give
And
you
I
the
just
camera
throw that
during
in
the
there.
day.
Yeah, it was great. No, I mean it was my camera, and I
Yeah.
shot several little movies and projects on it.
Well, that was my question to the audience. So you made movies as a kid.
I did.
Because that's
A
my
lot.
favorite. I love this topic. I love talking to people about movies they made as a kid, because the whole thing about the Neutrino Video Projects is that you shoot in order because there's no editing. And up until I was 24 years old, I thought all movies were shot in order. Like all my favorite movies, I just assumed they shot the plot in order.
Everything I did on that camera was editing in camera.
Yeah, you had
so
to
you
edit
can
in
imagine
camera.
the level of frustration and madness
Yeah,
to try and put a film together.
Kids, if you're listening, we had no iMovie as a child.
No-
We had
no way,
access
nothing.
to any kind of amateur editing equipment. Editing was something that you kind of understood as a concept, but never really.
No access to it.
None.
Not with a VHS tape.
So-
and even if you could, it's very hard to edit VHS.
Have you ever looked up Spielberg's movies as a kid?
No.
Spielberg made movies at 9 years old, right?
Right, like he was at it with an 8mm way back.
He was meant to be.
Yeah, his mom
Spielberg.
drug him out everywhere and threw a camera in his hand.
His 9-year-old movies are unreal.
Just
they're great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does live stunt effects of gunshots hitting dirt. And he always wanted to make World War II movies.
Yeah.
At 9 years old, he was making World War II movies, and I think you can YouTube it. His movies are unreal. Mine were not. I was not meant to be Spielberg. But at 17, you have a little bit more of an authority as to what kind of movies you're making. So what was one movie you made at 17?
I made a project for the National Latin Convention.
Okay.
So
wow.
Yeah.
Big audience there.
Oh yeah.
So you're already making art films
Right.
at 17.
So
you're going for that niche.
What this was my concept was the Romans actually had steam power,
Yeah.
but they used it for toys.
Yeah.
They just fiddled around with it. They didn't realize they weren't able to harness it for its true potential. No, seriously.
Yeah.
The Industrial Revolution could have happened millennia earlier.
Sure.
If had they realized what they had.
I like that. This is the pitch I'm listening to, right?
This is the pitch.
All right, I'm hooked.
Okay,
So we didn't know how to harness what kind of power?
Steam.
Steam.
Steam
Okay,
power.
got it.
Yeah,
We
the
could
beginning of the Industrial Revolution, right?
Yeah.
The harnessing of steam, locomotives, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Industrial machines, all that began with steam power.
Okay.
The Romans had it. They just used it for toys and little gimmicky stuff. They didn't realize that it could be
Like their own buttholes.
right
During
Yeah.
their orgies.
Yes, exactly. They were too busy eating and fucking and vomiting.
They're like, this is fun and all, but someone please steam my bunghole.
Well, just put that on my anus.
I'm imitating.
Where's that fun little vapor thing that puts anus vapors? Where's the anus vaporizer? Bring
that?
it.
We're both making fun of that actor, Peter.
Peter the flamboyantly
No,
gay stereotype
damn it.
man? I don't know.
Yeah, no, he is. Yeah. From damn it. I'm blanking on
know.
everything. No,
Not Peter
Lorre.
Lorre, but I don't know.
I'm thinking like an older miniseries about like the Great Jewish Battle where they held up in the fort. And Masada,
the Maccabees,
right?
whatever,
Who plays
yeah.
the Roman guy in that? This is Reddy talking into my microphone's helping us out here. He's going to look it up. Okay, keep going with your pitch. I'll be back.
So my main protagonist is a guy named Vapor Facere, which means steam maker.
Yeah.
So the idea is that he actually figures it out.
Yeah,
He's got the
by
technology.
The way, Masada's a really old miniseries, but in it there's a part where they catapult Jews up against a wall as part of a true story.
Are you saying it's worth watching just for that sequence?
I might be. I might be.
Okay.
Peter O'Toole is who
Oh,
we're
it is a little
imitating.
bit of Peter O'Toole.
Oh, man.
Yes, just
if
a
you-
bit Peter O'Toole.
Like, I don't care how young you are. You've never heard of Masada, never heard of Peter O'Toole. It is
Lawrence
worth...
of Arabia would have triggered my memory a bit stronger.
That's what I thought we
with
both were
O'Toole.
being. I thought we were both being Peter O'Toole.
No, not really.
Oh,
but
because
okay.
I could watch him in that
Right,
phase of
he's
his
great.
life. I could watch him act for days.
He's so good.
Oh, he is just drunk in this tiny, cute Roman, almost like miniskirt of an outfit, commanding the Romans against the Jews, and it
sounds
is
awesome. I can't
against the
believe
Jewish
I haven't-
people.
I've gotta see that.
I got to make sure I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
But say Jews, I think is okay, and then no S, you're in trouble, and you're just always better off saying Jewish.
The Jewish people.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got your bases covered.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
There you go.
Anyway, steam power.
Anyway, so steam power. So this guy,
these Latins need their movie.
he
Let's
figures
go.
it out. He figures out steam power. And then, bam, all of a sudden, in appears a time traveler. And he says, stop. Stop what you're doing. You have
Because
to.
I'm about to ruin.
Yeah, exactly. He said, you have to stop.
Yeah.
You have to destroy your steam invention
Yeah.
because it will fall into the wrong hands. He says, so he lays out this horrible cascade of events that goes down. It says, Emperor Nero discovers the steam power and utilizes it to begin an industrial revolution, and the level of power,
Yeah.
the weapons he can create, the quickness at which he can accelerate the construction of his armed forces and everything, he becomes immensely powerful. Nero becomes the most powerful emperor that ever was, and consequently, the throne becomes hereditary. There is no more election. The Senate is disbanded, and it becomes...
The hook of this movie.
The hook of this movie is...
based on us being fascinated by our lack of ingenuity when steam power first came around. That's the curiosity that draws us into the science fiction. And within the science fiction, we have a 3-step leap before you're ready to describe what your opening scene is. So,
well, yeah, I mean,
Nero-
the opening scene is him is the
Nero's
guy making
powerful.
the thing, and
Yeah.
then that whole sequence is just a bunch of paper going by showing what happened.
Okay.
Nero becomes powerful. It's like a little cartoon sequences to show him, don't do it. This is what could happen. And so this is a terrible film, but anyway.
how long is this movie that you are making?
10 minutes. It only gets to be like 10 minutes, like maybe even 7.
And it's a time period piece.
Well, it happened in Roman times.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like you at 17 in Kentucky, you're not in Lebanon anymore. Where
No,
are
I'm
you?
in Richmond.
You're
Richmond,
in Richmond,
Kentucky. Yeah. So we're dressed in togas.
I was gonna say.
Then my time traveler was my buddy Ross.
Yeah.
And so Ross wore a bomber jacket, reflective sunglasses, and he carried around a Zelda cartridge to be like the time travel device because it's like bright
Ziggy,
gold.
like Ziggy.
Yeah, he was like Ziggy, exactly. It was Ziggy. So he comes in and he's doing that thing and he's like, you got to stop it. You know, the everything's gonna go to hell,
Yeah.
and it brings about the destruction of the planet, basically.
Okay.
You know, after a couple more millennia, it's bad.
Oh, so this is like a white guilt movie.
A little bit.
This
yeah,
is like,
a little bit.
This is like you guys like this is like Earth Day project
Right.
type
Yeah,
of thing.
there was a little bit of that. A little bit of that in there.
Industrial Revolution spells
Industrial
the doom
Revolution
of
spells the doom of
mankind.
mankind kind of thing.
Okay.
Exactly.
So
and it was
Ziggy's-
well, and especially because Nero was in charge. That was kind of was kind of the impetus, but whatever.
Got it.
Anyway, so Ziggy comes in and says, "You got to stop it," and he's like, "All right." And so he kind of takes a little hammer and goes bash, 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 and breaks his little device. And then Ziggy closes it off very ominously with like, "Fantastic, thank you for doing the right thing. If only I could convince Mr. Watt so easily."
Cliffhanger.
Yeah, dun dun.
Room for the
So
sequel.
James Watt apparently
Oh,
did not
my gosh.
heed my time traveler's words, and then there you go. And then I closed it out. The ending credits are set to the Batman score.
I would pay so much money to make you repitch this in LA today. I would love for you to go
Dude,
in.
it would get made. Are you kidding me? It would get made.
Who do you see Nero? We got to talk shop here. Who do you see playing
well,
Nero?
see, it'd be expanded upon because
Yeah.
in my version that was just all
That's a
talked
teaser.
about.
You had
right?
a little trailer.
Yeah,
Proof
that
of
whole part.
concept.
That whole part is
Yeah.
the real meat of the story that I
Sure.
didn't have the budget to film. The destruction of the world by Nero and his descendants. Who would I start out as first Nero? Well,
Yeah.
had he not passed, I would have gone with
Peter O'Toole.
yes, Peter. No,
I have the power of the steam engine.
What's
my
the guy's
friend.
name? What's the guy's name who just died? Seymour Hoffman. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Seymour
would
Hoffman.
be actually my first choice for Nero villain.
You know
I
what?
think he would be great.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Paul. I think Philip Seymour Hoffman, in his current condition, is still the best person to play Nero.
Yeah, I can't think of it. I can't think of it. His schedule
He
is
no
pretty
longer
open
has
right
an
now.
agent. We just need
Yeah,
two shovels.
Schedule is pretty open. Oh my god, that would be wild.
Yeah.
I wonder
No.
if. His,
Oh, that would be wild. If we had Philip Seymour Hoffman's corpse star in a science fiction movie about where steam power went wrong had time travel been invented.
Now you pitched
Oh,
that.
people are coming out.
Dude, because you know what that becomes? That becomes like some TMZ meets Weekend at Bernie's shit. It's just out of control. What?
Weekend at Bernie's meets Back to the
Weekend at-
Future
Weekend at-
meets Mossad.
but it's an actual corpse. This is the twist. It's a real dead guy.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That is way better than my homemade movies as a child.
What did you do?
My movies, plural, were all the same movie. We would make the same movie every time.
So you're like the American movie guy.
Yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah. That's great.
Coven. Over and over again. Just making Coven.
I think it's pronounced Coven.
That sounds like oven. He just hates it.
That's
Sounds
the
like
best
oven.
part.
That's so.
That is the
that
best
whole
part of
movie.
the-
So good.
They're just mispronouncing Coven the whole time.
It's Coven.
Do you think that movie's a bit? I was told that movie's a bit. I don't think it is.
No,
I think it's real.
I don't believe that's a bit at all.
Yeah.
I saw those guys at Comic-Con.
If anyone listening knows that it's a bit, please write in and let us know.
I'm sure
Proof.
there are
Proof.
parts of the movie that are bitty,
Yeah.
but I mean, he's pretty much got
Oh,
loser alcoholic written all over him.
when he thinks a bunch of extras are going to show up because of like an ad he placed and no one does for like a big scene, and they just figure they're going to fake it and they make like the sound guy go in and all. It's great. They're like out in the snow. It's like 0 degrees.
I think, like, do you think it's a bit?
I don't.
Because you've done small movies
Yeah.
on your own with trying to get other people to do it, and you know what it is.
The podcast we're doing
It's
now
too real.
is closer to Coven
Right.
than it is.
Yeah, it's too real. What I saw there on,
Yeah.
it's too real.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good luck getting that level of verisimilitude with
And-
fake actors.
And if you cast that brilliantly, great,
Holy smokes, Mike, the best friend?
because those people definitely exist.
Yeah.
Those people definitely exist.
Yeah. Screamy Mike, that will always stick with me forever.
So the plot of my movie was always, because I grew up in central New Jersey, near Marlboro, the town of Marlboro, spelled like the cigarettes.
Any connection to the cigarettes?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I have no idea.
What
is the
you don't
answer.
know what the name? What does that mean? Does anybody know what that means?
Marlboro? I believe it's like an Indian language word
For malignant cancer?
big hair sluts. Big hair sluts. Man, was I stalled until I had a joke about New Jersey. I was really trying to pull a Jersey
That's good.
joke.
It's the Black Crow word for
It's
big-haired
It's
slut.
Algonquin for hey.
Oh my God!
I have no idea. I mean, I am, like the names of my towns are like around me. Like Red Bank is named for the red banks of clay.
Sure.
And then the river is Navasink, which is Indian language for red bank.
This will never sink.
Yeah, for
any
this
further.
this boat,
That shall
boats
never
who sail
sink.
here will never sink
Never sink.
because the river was owned by an Indian mob. We own this river. Nothing sinks here. Got it?
Hey, look here, Stripes of Pin. You better slow your roll, unless you want me and hits with his fist.
unless you wanna
Gonna
wake
take
up
you back
with
in
a-
the back.
So you want to wake up with the top of a totem pole in your bed.
Me and sleeps with the fishes here is gonna teach you what's up.
Now, The Sopranos as a Native American timepiece. I'm also making that movie.
Oh, dude, that would
Yeah.
be well. You could tie it in to
That's
make
it, Paul. If they pass, if it's a pass on your first movie, you pull that one out of your back pocket.
Have you
before
read
leave the room.
Scout? I think you might be beaten to the punch. Have you read Scout?
Oh, shoot.
Yeah,
No.
there's a graphic novel all about an Indian casino and the reservation and politics, and it's got a little bit. It's
Oh,
kinda
it's basically like Sopranos.
Indian,
is
it's
the-
Sopranos Indian mob.
But
kinda.
it's modern times?
Yeah, it's modern. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still in the game. Mine's a timepiece.
yeah, sure, exactly. Yours is back when
Yeah.
it was.
Mine is the Boardwalk Empire to their Sopranos.
Dude, I would. Why not? Why there isn't a good Native American piece yet?
No.
That could be really cool.
Because it's embarrassing, that's why.
Well, it is. Well, when you get to the third act, but the first two,
When you make
when you
when you dress up in a toga, it's fun. When you make a current day Native American dress up like an old school Native American of what we think Native Americans dress like or
Yeah.
whatever, they're not cool with that.
that's embarrassing.
And then they're cast with like 70% Mexican actors
Yeah.
because there aren't enough Native American actors who want to do that.
True.
It's tough. That's
That's
why.
a tough thing to.
It's
yeah.
tough. If you want to do a thing with like legit Indians, you got to
Animated.
cast like one.
Animated.
You got to animate that shit.
Animated is the answer.
So Pixar, if you're listening,
Pixar, Indian
Dial us
gangsters, come on. You know it's what's next.
it's just like The Incredibles. Just give us a call. We'll fucking do it up. We'll do it up. So the plots of mine, we grew up near Marlboro. Marlboro had a mental institution.
Ooh.
Yeah. So all we
Closed
did as
down or was
kids-
still there?
Still operating.
Ooh.
Still operating. And so all we cared about was hypothesizing what was happening inside Marlboro Mental Institution.
How many times were there the rumors of a crazy got loose?
That is the exact plot of every one of our movies.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Different name every time.
Okay, but it was always a
Changed his
crazy
name
got
every time.
loose.
Always a crazy guy got loose. And we got to find him. This group of people in this particular neighborhood, got to find him. Plot hole right away. We should have called the cops. Okay. Plot hole number 2. Why do we know about it? No one else does. Right? I don't think we ever saw that. I think we just had like basically like a PTA meeting, like a neighborhood watch meeting.
Hey guys,
I think there's a killer on the loose from Marlboro Mental Institution. Let's go get him. Oh yeah. Like that's the way it goes. It's like
Oh, yeah.
Do you ever know? You ever seen the movie Jim Cotta? Do you know about
Yes.
this? Oh God, it's the best worst movie. Like
Yeah.
everyone loves bad movies.
Uh-huh.
If you love watching bad movies, there isn't a better one than Jim Cotta.
It's up there.
I remember. So the first time I watched Jim Cotta, it's about this gymnast, legit Olympic gymnast from the '80s.
There's some moves going down in
Who
this
just
flick.
goes into town and just constantly kicks people in the face using gymnastic moves. That's the whole fucking movie.
It's a little like Billy Jack for the modern day.
Yeah. I don't even know what that means, but sure. If everyone knows what Billy Jack means, then Paul's right.
It goes back to more native stuff, but go on.
And the first time I saw Jim Cotta, I missed the opening scene, and I literally was just laughing with my college roommates at the time, why does he just keep going through town kicking people's asses? So we finally looked for Gymkata on the cable search, and we're like, oh, it's going to come on again on some, free movie channel that we were getting. And I was like, good, we'll know the plot of Gymkata.
Because we haven't been catching the beginning. Okay.
And the opening scene literally is him doing gymnastics in some smoky gym. It's like a smoky gym. And he finishes. He comes back into his locker / dressing room area, whatever that area, prep area. And there's an agent.
Is there still smoke?
There's still a little smoke. Still a little smoke. Probably from his hairspray.
Oh.
And then he's from Jersey. Hey. Marlboro? And
Marlboro.
then so there's an agent waiting for him. And the agent is like, we need you. And he's like, I'll ask no questions. And then he's on a boat, and then he goes into town and starts kicking ass. So there is no explanation.
It's just we need you.
Yeah,
okay, it's happening.
It is so short. I think this is also just, you can find this on the net. There's so little information. If they're basically there's no way we can make sense of this plot. We'll just do it with subtext. We'll just make them say yes without explaining it to them. And my escaped madman from Marlboro was along these lines. It was very Gymkata-esque.
Just let's go get him.
So all the kids in the neighborhood, we'd all pool together our piggy bank change, and it was spent entirely on red food coloring. That was our budget.
Sure.
Everything else was borrowed, begged, borrowed, and stolen.
Yep.
Right? And so we'd all just split up, head into the woods, and just try to find every location we could stage a murder and have the lunatic kill someone. And it was always about we try to figure out a ballsy one. Is anyone willing to jump into the river? Is anyone willing to fall off a bridge? Is anyone willing to cake themselves in mud like Rambo?
So you're just trying for the stuntiest person you could get.
Yeah, and we'd all just kind of it was like a game of almost like trying to outdo each other. Yeah, total one-upsmanship amongst 9 and 10-year-olds of let's do it. But the one thing we would always do, it was we just loved doing it. Couldn't get enough of it, is that one death would always be by the lunatic breaking a guy's neck. And
the head twist thing?
Yeah, the head twist thing. And you would do is you'd run around, you'd grab a bunch of dry sticks, and you'd hold them behind the camera mic. You'd point the camera at the lunatic choking the guy, and then he'd slowly turn the head, and then we'd crack the sticks nice and slow behind the camera, and it would make this cracking noise, and then the person would have kept food coloring in their mouth, and so they would let the food coloring come down the edge of the mouth. Oh, it was such a good-looking, great death every time. I was ready to go to Hollywood with that effect. I got this neck-breaking thing down. Wait till they get a load of me. It was.
You had Foley artist, stuntman, all in one.
All and live in camera, all did on camera, because we thought that's how all movies are made.
Right.
Yeah, and the best was always the best is that sometimes the cracking of the sticks would go longer than the neck break.
He's just falling down.
Yeah, he's falling down and it's still
crack.
The lunatic was also a chiropractor. He was just making sure he had
You'll feel better next week.
Yeah.
Let it settle.
Any tightness, ice it. The cops show up and oh, his neck is broken, but his spine is in perfect alignment.
I've never seen such a beautiful lumbar. But he's dead. He's dead.
Such a good spine, gone too soon.
I guess sitting up in a chair didn't do him any favors.
Oh, man.
Good posture gone bad.
There's a guy at the show, he described he would remake Jurassic Park. He had dinosaur dolls. And he would reshoot Jurassic Park with G.I. Joe guys and
all the
dinosaur
time.
dolls. And and not and stop motion. He would take
nice.
the time
Yeah.
not even to do it. Except that he would also live soundtrack. He would sing the theme song to Jurassic Park over some of the shots, which I thought was really funny. And then everyone did this. So, did you make credits for yours?
Oh, yeah.
How did you do your credits?
Just a piece of paper.
Exactly, yeah. You write it down on the piece of paper and then just
Put the
slowly
paper in
move the
front of the thing,
camera
yeah. Mhm.
and try to move it at the pace that the credits roll.
Yeah, if you want to try and scroll it or whatever. But most of the time,
Yeah.
I just do stills. Or we had a whiteboard sometimes even.
Yeah.
We went so far as whiteboard technology. So
Whoa.
that was pretty fancy. Yeah,
That's
we could
pretty
erase
fancy.
it and do another one. Mm-hmm.
That effect would actually make good credits now.
Yeah.
If you did a fast version of that, of showing
Then
a whiteboard and writing it and then erasing it.
That'd be really hip.
If anybody wants to make credits for Matt and Mattingly's Ice Cream Social,
It should be on whiteboard.
that's what we want that effect.
Done with chocolate ice cream. on my board.
We have no ice cream today. We should talk about that.
We don't.
No.
We're bereft of ice cream. Well, at least
You and
for
I
now.
could use it.
Right, we can take a break.
We're doing 2 today. It's not if we're doing 2 in a day.
Have you gone down the Bluebell route? Not to betray the Magic Swirtle.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna go, it's like if you're gonna rob a bank, don't take $1.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna go for ice cream, get the Swirtle.
Have you tried
Best
that
ice
the
cream ever.
Bluebell stuff?
Bluebell is like the locale stuff.
No, it's just the new kid on the block.
Oh, it's just a new
cream-wise.
ice cream brand.
Mhm.
See, that's strange, right? Like if I had an idea for like a cola,
Yeah.
like what the fuck am I doing, right? Like we
Like-
have enough colas. They're delicious.
Yeah,
We get it
but I think there's room
for more ice cream.
for more ice cream, for more colas, for all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Like, I mean, but like who figured? Like,
Who has the balls?
yeah, it's got to take a lot of
Yeah.
fucking muscling to get a new
lot
ice
of
cream out
research.
there.
And I think it really just comes down to extra sugar and flavoring.
Yeah, I mean, because like I just mean that like like it's all that's all sewn up. Like if
Oh,
you go
yeah.
into
No, no.
any supermarket, any
You
whatever.
have to be a little crazy to go against the big boys.
You got to be bringing in like some Indian gangsters, some Native American gangsters. You want some shelf space.
Do you
Anything-
think you could have a little more room for our ice cream?
No, we already have plenty of contracts with Breyers and Haagen-Dazs. and we have our own brands.
Okay, I
Yeah.
think you could move them a little bit to the left.
Oh, I get what you're doing with this Native American humor. You want me to
Look
move,
here,
you want me
TP
to-
ice cream
You want me to move-
needs to have center space.
So you want me to move my ice cream west? I get it, right?
You did it to us. We do it to your ice cream.
And that's the weapon of the Native American gangster, just guilt.
Yeah.
There's no baseball bats,
Yeah, it's
no whatever.
kind of-
Just like, oh man, you're right. Just crying as you shove ice cream off the shelves and put up TP ice cream.
They've got copies of Ken Burns the West
Yeah.
on loop on a screen behind them. It's like, remember? Huh? Ring any bells? Huh? This doing anything for you?
So Bluebell is just a new ice cream that you like?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yep.
And it's better?
Yep.
Better than
Better than Breyers,
Breyers, which is like
kind of really good.
yeah, it's like the Breyers is like the Budweiser of ice cream. It's like the standard.
Yeah.
Everything kind of is easily compared to everyone.
I think it's
through Breyers.
it's like vanilla for
Okay.
me is the watermark. Right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If
Is
you
your
make a
is your
good
vanilla
vanilla.
really good? Then your other ice cream is probably really good.
Yeah.
Right? And so like
oh man,
Brey-
we're getting to some good fatty talk
Yeah,
right here.
yeah,
You
so-
and I are getting to some good fatty talk right
so
here.
Breyers is usually really good vanilla, because they got those little bean flakes in them.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So
yeah,
it's
it's
like-
bean flakes.
yeah.
That's sold. The weirdest things sell. Like I'm sold on stuff that I know is dumb.
But there's
Like, one of the-
well, how's it
one of-
dumb? There's actual vanilla bean in it.
Yeah, I guess it's but like is there
Does it enhance it at all, or does
yeah,
it just
yeah,
go?
like what the fuck does that do?
Let the bean
like,
in
oh,
there.
I taste black flecks. Same with like I'm a sucker for whatever root beer brand puts aged vanilla on their root beer.
Right?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Vanilla's fine.
Doesn't have to age.
Yeah, like what is
What
like
does
what
that-
is
does
like
that
a
enhance it?
like a liquor type? I don't know.
Is
What-
there like wine? Is there like a breaking point where after a little while it just goes straight vinegar? What is it? How
That's-
long can you age vanilla?
I mean, vanilla extract is a liquor.
Yeah, so how long can you age it until it goes
Beyond,
off the reservation?
I don't know, but I also don't care, and I certainly don't care about it in my bubbly drinks.
Yeah.
I'm not like, the vanilla in this is too young. I need another soda. So yeah, so we were sold. Breyers fucking took over. Like Breyers
Yeah, they
wasn't
were-
in the 70s, and all of a sudden 80s and 90s, Breyers becomes like ubiquitous in all supermarkets as
Everywhere.
the standard
Yep.
of vanilla ice cream because of the little black flecky beans,
Yep.
which is also the name of my ska band from
Little
college.
black flecky beans. You guys opened for Fishbone at one point. Finally,
Yeah, yeah,
didn't you?
yeah.
That was
Well,
like the big night.
Yeah, well, they didn't know we were coming, but yeah, we got up on stage. We got up on stage in front of Fishbone, and we got in like half a song before security got us from there. But yeah, so we opened for Fishbone at Montclair State in
Little black
1994.
flecky beans, everybody.
Little black flecky beans. Our big hit was a ska cover of Like a Prayer.
Dude, that would be a hit today. Sadly,
hit today.
yeah, anything's a hit today. They just play. They pick any song
Yeah.
and they just play it and play it and play it until everybody goes, "Oh, that's good."
It takes a long time for songs now to be popular like songs were before the internet.
I think you're right.
Like,
Yes.
it takes like years for everyone to know a song.
Sure. Oh, I don't know diddly about half the pop stuff out there right now.
Right, exactly.
Way behind.
But
I mean,
like-
I still am an avid music fan, but not contemporary stuff very much. I get into my Katy Perry, but that's about it.
That's not the one to hold. You're not.
What?
That's a weird one to hold on
Why?
to. I mean, you like her
What?
pop?
Huh?
We gotta. You like Katy Perry of all?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can listen to Katy Perry.
What's your favorite Katy Perry songs?
My favorite Katy Perry song? Now you put me on the spot.
Too many? Do you have too many favorite Katy Perry songs? I can name one if you point a gun at my head right now.
Favorite is really. I don't know. I just like. You know what? I've yet to hear my favorite Katy Perry song. How about that? This is
No!
yes.
No.
Yeah. I
How
think
about that? No. My answer is no. That's
Okay,
unacceptable
the new
as an
album.
answer.
The new album is not as good as the last one. Prism is
Yeah.
kind of a meh. But the last album, but Firework is a great song.
Okay.
Firework's a great song.
You like Firework?
Who doesn't like Firework?
Okay. I liked Kissed a Girl when it first came out. That's her first hit, right?
And then
That's her first big hit.
her first big hit. Yes.
And then she said that it wasn't really about her kissing a girl, and then I hated that song and her guts.
Yeah, that's weird. She's got the weird political stuff. But then she turns around and marries Russell Brand, so you're like, hey, she's actually in on the gag. She's lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really hard, it's a weird thing. I feel like she plays both sides of the coin there.
Yeah, I agree. And now she's with John Mayer.
Right, which is like,
Super weird.
what did she break up with Russell Brand? Like, who has a drippier dick? Like, how do you go from Russell Brand to John Mayer?
And now technically she's kissed every pop musician girl in the industry
Yeah.
by proxy.
By proxy, yeah. I kissed a girl by blowing Russell Brand and John Mayer. And I liked it.
And I loved it.
The song that made me get off the Katy Perry
Herder. Okay, go ahead.
boat was California Girls.
That's a fun one. You don't like it?
I was just always
Because of
like,
Snoop?
oh no, it's
What is
like
it?
it's the vocalizing, right? Like I just think it's funny, like no West Coast girls about your popsicle, and I like in like how long, how many takes, how did the meeting go when they huddle up the musicians and maybe the guitarist guy's like I can throw another like wow wow. She's like no, I got it, guys. That's
like
a
it.
print it,
I like it.
print it.
I like that.
You like that?
I do like that. Yeah, and I'll tell you. Okay,
that is the strangest pop fill I've ever heard.
well, having you brought that into my brain, and I saw that video in my head, and that reminded me why I actually like Katy Perry.
Okay,
The reason I actually like Katy Perry, the music so
right.
fun, total throwaway, but yeah, tits is part of it. Yes, total bubblegum pop, which I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
It's done well.
I thought Reddy torpedoed you there by getting on the cans and saying tits over our speakers. The audience can hear them. But the fact that you actually have another point,
I have another point.
I really have no idea where this is going.
The point
this is a very dark path
the
we're
point
going
is theme. She is excellent at putting together a theme. She can if you saw her
down.
tour,
Oh, man. Have you seen Katy Perry, man? Great fucking themes. Great themes.
I know it's not the most original thing in the world, but it's all candy. It's
Yes.
like Candyland come to life in an insane pseudo-sexual.
Oh, man.
It's a freak show.
If you didn't sound like a fat guy during the ice cream conversation, you like Katy Perry's candy theme over her tits. Fatty, no friends you are.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, it's true.
Oh, man.
It's true. I'll take gummy bears over boobs.
But
I love that. I love a cohesive
thank you
theme.
for coming to my place, Paul. Now, fuck me right here. I'm sorry, is that a bowl of butterscotch candies over there? Can I have like 3 minutes? You know what? I'm actually a
I
little
need
tired.
longer than 3 minutes on butterscotch.
I'm a little tired. Then I'm gonna go home. I'm all butterscotch
I
out.
wouldn't go home if there's still a bowl of butterscotch there. Who's leaving? This is an all-nighter. Individually wrapped caramels. you've got me.
It is. I will say this: that supposedly her live concerts are supposed to be amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's not just her.
And-
a big
and-
part of it's her, but the rest of it's like the technical people that she hires. She surrounds herself with clearly smart people who know what they're
Here's the
doing.
thing: everyone says that. How do we all know to say that? Like everyone talks about Katy Perry's team.
You can tell it, man.
That's what's I mean. Isn't that weird?
What gets out about her that's negative in the least, right?
Nothing.
And that requires airtight. I mean, number one, you got to be a fairly nice person, which I think she is. But number two, you got to have
You got to make her
you
airtight.
got to have quality control. You got to make you got to keep her airtight every week. Yeah, zip her up.
John Mayer's going to get her from one end, Russell Brand from the other, and you got to keep her airtight. That way nothing gets
for
out.
For God's sakes, no! But you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know
work
what
with-
you're talking about.
You work with good people, and good people want to work with you.
Yeah.
And there's something to keeping that morale and keeping talent.
You are
is not
a fan.
easy.
Listen to you.
I do. I am impressed
Yes.
by her ability. And I mean,
Agreed. I will say,
Right.
like, I was just saying to my wife the other day, like, she's on every award show, but never in a primetime slot.
Nope.
Yet she always has #1 records. I don't think you can get more popular than her by every measurement. And yet she's not respected enough to be opening or closing the award show, but she will always be there.
Right.
It's like this cruising. It is. You know what it is? It's vanilla with little black flecks.
it is.
She is the total Breyer's ice cream of pop music.
Oh, she knows what she's doing. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like the package is complete.
Yeah.
And it's clear and it's streamlined, and no reason to F with it.
Yeah.
She has a mad kid fan base.
Yeah.
So it's hard to veer into hardcore adult territory.
Right.
Not that I'm saying hardcore, but you know what I mean. Like even some of these songs on the album where she gets a little,
Yeah.
and it gets a little weird preachy too in some places. But it's
There's a
funny.
weird, like her, like Lady Gaga came out with like a Vegas-esque song. What is it?
Is it her? Is it Gaga and her that have the going rivalry right now about
Well,
that
no,
song
at
that
the-
sounds the same?
No. At the
they all
time,
sound
like
the
Lady
same anyway.
Gaga, like made a song about like getting
The
fucked
Poker
up in a
Face
club.
song, right?
Yeah, Poker Face, right?
Right.
And then very soon after that, Katy Perry came out with her Vegas song, which is "That's What You Get for Waking Up in Vegas."
Uh-huh.
And I really didn't like that because
You're totally biting on that.
and in her perspective is like parental.
Yes.
It
It is very like, shame
that's
on
what
you.
get.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
You
not
should have
me.
known.
It's not. That's what I get for waking up in Vegas. It's that's what you get for waking up in Vegas. Katy
Shame
Perry
on you.
didn't
Katy
do anything.
Perry was just around.
Katy Perry just came to hike at Red Rock. She doesn't gamble. She doesn't drink. Didn't get bottle service.
Yeah, no, it is. I get that. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a little preachy
A little preachy.
to then come around and be like, I don't know what I did Tuesday.
Yeah. Now, where I give her a lot of credit is it's very hard to be a popular female star and not be a sick dancer. Like you
Right.
have to like try to at least do a lot of great dancing and put a lot of dance moves, and it's very female oriented. There's not a lot of pressure. Like One Direction has like zero choreography. Like they literally like
They
I
stand.
walk across the stage, then I walk here and I walk here, and then you sing and you walk in and I walk and then I sing. Let's
Which
sing.
is refreshing.
Let's walk. Yeah. Oh, refreshing like a walk in the park. Refreshing like if I needed something to watch so I could fall asleep. Like it's fun. I would
I
love
don't know.
to watch.
I've never seen or heard them, so.
Oh man, they're so hot. They have the best
Great themes?
Oh man,
Great
great themes. Fucking rock hard themes. Those guys. They got.
boy.
And it goes in one direction. So,
bet.
are they underage? Am I going to get arrested for saying what I just said?
They've got to be close to regular age at this point.
But she cannot really dance that well. And usually everyone who can't do that goes away pretty fast. Jessica Simpson could not dance. She didn't really last that long as a pop star.
But I don't. I think Katy Perry is far more intelligent and interesting than Jessica Simpson in the best day.
I apologize for offending you. I clearly cut deep on that comparison right there.
No, I tell you that Jessica Simpson song does offend me like to no end. That one that she Cougar Mellencamped.
Oh,
I'm like
I
every
don't
time
even
that
know.
song comes up, that I Think I'm in Love song. It's the
Oh,
big
yeah,
hit that
yeah.
she had when she was like 8 or
Yeah.
whatever. When she was a baby. But
Yeah.
that and it can't really fault her. It's all the producers, everything.
Sure.
But it's just the John Cougar Mellencamp song. It's not like a sample. It's the whole John Cougar Mellencamp song, and then she sings a different song over top of it.
Oh, what Cougar Mellencamp song is it?
The Jack and Diane.
Oh, okay.
So it's got the entire riff,
Right.
the whole thing. The construction of the song is almost note for note the same.
Yeah.
She sings another song over it, and I'm supposed to just eat that with a spoon.
Which, like, how dare she? Because any pop song, as popular as that song, with chili dogs in the lyric,
right. Sucking on a chili dog.
outside of Tasty
Outside
Freeze,
of Tasty
has
Freeze.
got to be the most disgustingly great pop lyric ever.
It's wonderful.
Suck on a chili dog. I also didn't know what that was forever. That was when you were a kid and you sing that, you just goes,
Oh, now see, that song was easy for me to understand as a kid because I grew up in the sticks.
Sucking
And
on chili dogs.
Sucking on chili dogs outside of Tasty Freeze.
You guys don't chew, you don't,
No,
don't
you
take
suck
your
on
time.
it. You suck on it real slow. Yeah. You never sucked on a chili dog? Come on now, seriously?
I mean, I've eaten a chili dog and I've sucked on a plain hot dog. I don't know why I never did the
you
math
never
on
did
that. I don't know
Yeah,
why I
you
never.
just suck on a chili
The
dog.
solution was right there. The Reese's Peanut Butter Cup version of that experience was right in front of my
it's
face.
the Tootsie Roll Pop. It's like, how many sucks does it take to get to the center of a
How
chili
many
dog?
sucks to get a chili goatee around your mouth? Sucking on a chili dog. That's what I think of. That's what makes it so disgusting. Is I just picture chili piling up around the
Oozing.
sides of the mouth
Crusting
while you
over.
suck on a chili dog. It is the most disgusting thing. As soon as I realized those were lyrics, I was like, what? Like the amount of
because you-
decisions. Like John Cougar Mellencamp had to give that lyrics over to his producer. His producer had to be like, yeah, man, fire away. Some of the record company was like, this is a hit. You know, we got to get this on the airwaves. DJs, programmers, all were like,
what else do
fire,
you do?
fire,
You put
fire.
Eating on a chili dog, chewing on a chili dog, chomping on a chili dog, gnawing on a chili dog.
Indulging in the occasional treat of a chili dog outside of Tasty Freeze.
Indulging in a chili
Indulging
dog. Indulging in a chili dog. No way.
Indulging in the occasional treat of a chili dog outside of Tasty Freeze. I don't know what I would do
He
there.
should
I mean,
say masticating.
I'm not-
He should say masticating. Masticating chili dogs.
Doing a proper amount of masticating on the chili dog.
Allowing my saliva to intermingle with the bolus before I digest it.
Yeah, no, that's disgusting. I don't know what I'd do with the lyric, but it's not that.
You know, Cougar,
I
that
wouldn't have
wasn't
written
his
that-
thing, you know.
I wouldn't have written that down and been like, let's see how this plays.
Well, but you know what? You haven't sucked on a chili dog.
That's
so you
true.
Don't know.
That's true. I don't think I would not have eaten a chili dog until I was like, I was a very particular eater, especially when it
Okay.
came to anything with like sauces
Sure.
or anything like that.
Sure.
Didn't like mayonnaise or anything like that. So
I never was a
wouldn't-
fan of mayo.
I wouldn't have eaten a chili dog.
What chili dog I got in there?
I definitely ate a chili. I probably didn't eat a chili dog till I was like 22 or 23 years old.
Okay, it's pretty late in the game. Yeah.
Because
My
then I
teens.
worked at Tierney's Tavern. I would make
And
chili
then have it,
dogs.
like, oh.
After a while, you're tempted to know what is this?
What is this like? And
What's
you
all
go,
the rage here?
Oh,
Yeah,
now I see.
it's good. Yeah, and now I weigh as much as I
As I
have.
was saying, 50 pounds later.
Now, clearly, I am post discovery of chili dog.
I was gonna say the Cougar on John Cougar Mellencamp. He never
Yeah.
wanted that. That's
Oh,
why
you-
he's back to John Mellencamp.
Oh,
That
he
was
didn't-
that
oh, he
was
didn't want the cougar. I thought he didn't want that lyric in
No,
there.
he didn't want the.
I was like,
He's like,
Who
guys,
did?
yeah, he fought tooth and nail to get sucking out, but they're like, no, because it's subliminal.
yeah.
Because they're not really sucking on a chili dog.
Yeah, I get it.
It's like that. It's like me and my brown-eyed girl. It's that whole thing.
Supposed to be brown skin girl, right?
No. I always thought it was the brown eye.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
under the brown skin.
I don't know because
brown
wasn't
eye.
what's his name was a big Christian, wasn't he?
Who no no
Van
he-
Morrison.
did he no he's not. I think of Cat Stevens. I get Cat Stevens and him confused all the time.
Yeah, no, Van Morrison wasn't a Muslim.
Yeah, right.
No. Didn't become a Muslim.
Yeah, no. I
He's
don't
not
know.
an agent of jihad.
I don't like Van Morrison at all.
No,
No.
not even
Nope. Moon dance, none of it. Get it out of here.
Into the Mystic.
Get it out of here.
Oh, that's a good
Drives
tune.
me up a wall.
Really?
Yeah, he's one of those that just like nails on a chalkboard.
It stoned me.
Not having it.
I mean, Brown Eyed Girl was like.
That's a weird song.
It's a weird song, and it is just a cue. Like when I at my high school dances, and we went to high school well past this hit's initial run.
Right.
You just had to go, and it was just a cue for girls to scream.
It feels like a song out of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't tell you when that was recorded. It could have been the 40s. It could have been the 80s.
Right. Yeah.
It does have a really interesting universal property about it. Or maybe that's just because it's been played so much. But the sound feels sort of...
Yeah.
When did that thing come out? 70s?
Let me look it up. I have it.
67.
Oh, I would have. It does. You're right. You could have guessed that was a 50s song.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
It could fit right in there with some Smokey Robinson or some,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. No
Tears
Van
of a
Morrison
Clown,
for
Brown
you.
Eyed Girl. Yeah, just not my thing.
Suck it on Chili Dog. Yeah, the brand new ice cream.
Yeah, the brand new ice cream. Okay, so
it's from
but
1907.
I guess it's brand new to the West.
A resurgence.
It has finally come this way.
Or someone
first time in Nevada. So.
First time in Nevada, or someone just picked up the brand. Like all those vintage beers went away, and now they're back. Like Pabst Blue Ribbon and Ballantine.
You're right.
Those things, they all came back because someone was like, let's do this.
Let's bring it back.
Yeah, so someone could have
Put our
brought back your
product in
Blue
that
Bell.
bottle. Yeah.
Blue Bell. Mm-hmm. They're just new to your mouth, maybe. It's just
Yeah,
new
it
to
is.
Your mouth.
I haven't had it till recently.
Well, it's 4:15.
It's no magic swirtle. Yes.
Our time.
Yes, it's getting down to the wire.
So this is normally where we could. Once again, I had 2 news stories I was going to talk to you about, and then we talked to the point where I didn't need to bring them up at all.
Okay. We got stuff left.
I'll just quickly say, did you see the thing on YouTube with the Muslim woman driving a car in Saudi Arabia?
No.
It's great. There's a Saudi Arabian woman, just for kicks, taped herself, just driving around.
Right.
Just driving around the streets, and that's it. And it is it's a huge thing for women who are not supposed to drive in Saudi Arabia.
Forbidden.
Yeah, totally
verboten.
forbidden. And so they have like religious police, and they have regular police in Saudi Arabia. And so it took like days, but then the religious police arrested her and her husband for her driving around.
Oh.
And it's got like 300,000 hits or something like that. It's like a weirdly viral, not viral. Like it's got a good amount of hits for something that no one knows about, but
it's good.
It's not gigantic. It's huge.
It's gonna blow up.
It's nuts. And in the YouTube comments, there's like a guy from Australia who's like, "Why are 300,000 people watching this woman drive? He doesn't know the rules.
He doesn't get it."
And they asked, oh man, in the article I read, they asked a religious opinionist. Why
what
shouldn't we
qualifies you as that job? What's that job?
What the fuck job is that? And then how often is your
opinionist?
Oh man. How long do you wait by the phone and wait for it to ring when you're a religious opinionist? First of all, just by the title, we already know your opinion.
Right.
So we don't need it.
No thanks.
And then so finally this thing comes up, and the religious opinionist is like, well, women driving a car, it can hurt their ovaries and their ability to reproduce.
Religious opinionist?
Yeah.
Where's this guy based out of?
That's what I'm saying. Like the car's been around for so long. Like where is the population
what is
suffering?
That? Ovaries. Get out of here.
Oh my God. Yeah. But anyways, it's really hilarious. It's just her driving around and her talking to the camera. It almost, if it was not in a Muslim environment, you'd think it was just like a weird
just like
reality show audition or something.
Video or something.
Just a chick driving. Chick. Listen to me.
Smokes.
Carrying the great torch of equal rights here. I call her a chick.
That's terrible.
So I never got to talk about that. And
now we did.
Well, we did. So I never got to talk. I'm in total denial about the last 2 minutes. We did not talk about yet. That preacher who liked to use snakes? Did you read an
I heard
article
about this
that?
guy. He got bit and died.
He got bit and died.
Uh-huh.
And they were going to call medical help.
Come and try and get him
for him, and he refused, saying God would save him.
Okay.
And if that is not Darwinism at its best, I don't know what is.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, that is just perfect.
Yeah.
I only wish that it really did prove that there isn't a God. Except that there is a God, I think he would definitely let him die.
Sure.
Also.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to teach this lesson.
Well, that's the crazy weird thing too. I heard another related story. Did you see something about that guy who was rescued? His car got washed away in a flood, and it was on its side, and first responders finally came and got him and saved him. And he was claiming it was divine intervention.
Oh yes, we did. Yeah. We talked about that. Yeah.
Right. But now he's suing them.
Oh God!
He's suing the first responders because they didn't get there soon enough.
That God didn't get them there soon enough?
He's suing the first responders. Yeah, right.
So, I was saved by miracle by God.
I was saved by miracle by God.
Come to think of it, you were kind of
But you guys were a little bit slow, so you're sued.
You got to sue God too. If you're going to give God credit, then you got to go after the...
That's the thing I don't understand. Whenever I see anyone says, "Thank you, Lord," it's like, "Thank you, Lord, for this terrible acne outbreak." Praise your holy name.
And now God doesn't, steer them away from the accident.
No,
God gets them lets them get in the accident, and then saves
it
them.
makes no damn sense.
Yeah. If there was a guy that like, I don't want you preaching with snakes. Please don't preach with snakes.
Yeah.
Hope you got bit. Hands up on this one.
What was that crazy thing that the buildings that blew up and the Bible that survived? And
Oh, that story fucking pissed me off so
did you guys
bad.
cover that?
We did not cover that on the show.
Yeah. So what was that? That was down in New York.
In New York, a big gas line explosion demolished 2 buildings, killed 8 people. And the story the next day in the New York Daily News is the people in the neighborhood holding up a Bible saying this Bible survived the fire. We have no knowledge of what other objects survived. Like, I would love
Sure.
if there was like
I'm
an
sure
equal size parade that was like, this lamp also survived
This
the
lamp,
fire.
hooray! This
Hooray!
ball gag was in my top drawer, stuffed away, and it's fine.
Behold this funny apron where the statue of David's dick is where my dick is. Survived this fire. Behold.
Miracles.
And it's-
Yeah, that
as our-
would be, they build a little glass shrine. It's got a lamp, that Bible, and a dick apron. It's like, these are the relics that did not perish when the gas line exploded. Om.
And then at the church service for the lamp, at the church of the lamp.
Yeah,
everyone,
there's a branch that breaks off.
Separate
Yeah,
church, yeah.
like-
And so you have to go up, and instead of getting like a wafer or wine, you just go beneath the lamp and you go really humbly, I have an idea. And then they click the lamp on and turn
you
it
click
off.
it on and off with your teeth. You have to grab that little metal ring with your
Next
teeth. and
guy
click it
comes,
on.
I have an idea. And it's just a line,
Click,
a concession of
click,
people for the sacred lamp that survived the fire in Harlem. I mean, 8 people died, and talk about the survival of the most widely published book
In
in the world.
Yep. Dumb.
So dumb.
Thanks, God, for blowing up only 8 people and not the Bible.
Yeah, that's
What?
good
It makes
stuff.
no fucking sense.
I love all of you equally, but books more.
Books are better.
Moses, write down commandment 0.5. Books rock.
Books are the best.
Let's just start with one, God. All right.
Hey, well, yeah, there's no books yet, are there? Oh, well.
Yeah, I'm on a tablet.
Yeah, I
so,
shouldn't-
So fuck you. I don't even know what books mean.
Exactly.
If they're a book, why am I doing this hammer and
there's-
chisel, God?
Yeah, there's a lot of people who don't even know what the fuck a book is. So I better change this up.
Oh God, that was sucked. Okay, jock versus nerd.
Boom. Let's do it.
Okay, do you want to ask first?
Sure.
Go for it.
All right. You may have seen this. This is new this week.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this is a Star Trek question.
Star Trek question.
Yes, sir.
Ready.
All right. So this week, there was an announcement
Okay.
that there is going to go into full production a drink, a Star Trek-based drink, a beverage. It was actually served at Star Trek The Experience back in the day.
Okay.
Might have been a slightly different style, but it's pretty much the same. But this drink
Is it
is
an adult beverage?
it is an adult beverage.
Okay.
There you go. So what is the new Star Trek beverage that debuted this week?
I want to guess the Shatini for William Shatner's martini.
Shatini. That's a really good guess.
guess.
I want it to be the Shatini. We served a drink called the James T. Kirk, which
Okay.
was the Long Island.
It's a Long Island
Yeah,
iced tea.
James
Okay.
T.E.A.
Okay, so
Kirk.
it's not that.
It's not the Shatini. Is that a real thing? If it's not yet,
Yeah.
Shatini.
It's not. If you're listening, dibs.
Dude.
We want
TM
we want
Shatini.
We want to fucking make the Shatini right here. We don't. There's not even alcohol.
Dude, you just
got
got to put a Baby Ruth. You got to put a Baby Ruth for garnish. Shatini.
like the Halloween
Yeah,
version.
exactly. Like a little
stick
nugget.
a fucking
Yep.
toothpick through that.
Toothpick through it. Here's your Shatini. Oh.
And if someone orders if 3 girls order 3 because it's gonna blow up, so 3 girls are gonna order them. You can do like a kebab with 3 Baby Ruths across three martini glasses. So it's not the Shatini.
It's the new Cosmo.
Is it whiskey on the Spocks?
Good guess. But wrong. Whiskey on the Spocks.
Oh, beam me up, Scotty. That would be like
Scotch?
beam and scotch. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Jim Beam and Scotch.
Scotch.
I don't know anything about drinking, but that sounds terrible. Sounds like a bad
All
idea.
I know is ever since we started serving beam me up Scotties, a lot of people's wives would get hit in the face.
That would be an angry man's drink, eh?
What is the drink? What is the drink?
It is Klingon Warnog. It's going to be...
That was my next
Yeah,
guess.
it's going to be Klingon Warnog. So it's basically just going to be canned beer
Okay.
that has the Klingon emblem on it and the insignia. It's a reputable brewing company that's going to kind of put some wide spread thing. I can't remember who's making it, but yeah.
It's a Klingon Warnog,
Warnog, yeah. Klingon Warnog Ale.
and it's meant to be drank before war, after war.
Whenever. Either way. Yep.
Either way.
Yeah. It's not as frou-frou as blood wine.
Right.
No, but you can drink blood wine anytime. That's the more well-known Klingon drink, blood wine. But Warnog
Okay.
is the other.
Warnog, is this for like special occasions?
I think pre-war.
I hear nog and I think special occasions.
Yeah, when it's, you can
Pre-war,
mix it with
you should
egg.
not go to war drunk. You should not be fired up.
They do.
They don't give a
Klingons
shit.
do. Klingons do not. Today is a good day to die. Let's just.
Are Klingons better at battle than humans?
Yeah, they're proportionally about 6 to 8 times as strong as a human.
Oh, so they're just evening the playing field.
Yeah.
We'll have some.
Vulcans are stronger than Klingons, though.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one's got the weird forehead?
Klingons.
Klingons. Okay. Well, so the Vulcans don't drink before battle.
Vulcans, they
wouldn't,
they
right?
teetotal. They do drink here and there, but not a lot. Yeah.
They do drink here and there.
A little bit.
They're known for the like total rationale, right?
Yeah.
What's
You
the
can
rationale
still-
for drinking?
It's a ceremonial thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So out of respect for dumb humans, they do it.
Well, no, they do it
They
with,
have ceremonies as well.
with other Vulcans. Yeah. Not a ton, though. They would never drink to excess.
Like, how many Shatinis would a Vulcan have at Christmas?
Half teen, half shat.
Half a
Just
shat.
a half shat. Here's your half shat, Spock. I'm still charging you full.
Is this the first time Star Trek is sanctioning a legitimate
It
beverage
is not.
like this?
For a while there, and still available in some markets, there is Romulan ale. Which I
Okay.
think is produced mainly in Mexico now.
Yeah.
And it's just
Big fan of the Romulans
it's
down
just
there.
Pabst with a bunch of food coloring in it.
Okay, no other,
Strong blue food coloring.
just blue beer.
yeah, it's just blue beer.
I can't knock that as an Irish person. I
Yeah,
drink
right.
green
It's-
beer. It doesn't
exactly,
matter.
yeah.
I
And
can't
you know, whenever you get something special like that, it just kind of gives you that, oh, it's this, and it feels better, even though it's not,
Yeah.
placebo kind of. Oh, how fun!
Right.
But it was funny because we used to serve it at the experience, and they didn't have the mix down precisely,
Mm-hmm.
so there would be certain batches that had stronger dye, so that you take a sip and you just have a blue
mouth.
ring around your mouth the whole rest of the day. It was really strong. It was really
Oh,
silly.
man.
Yeah.
Okay, my question to you
Hit
is:
me.
Do you know who the owner of the Brooklyn Nets is?
Did this just change hands?
Kind of. It's relatively recently, but because of the current news, it's significant.
Okay, the Brooklyn Nets. I'm gonna just do a guess and say Larry Bird.
No. Larry Bird does still work in basketball, but he's the general manager of the Indiana Pacers.
Is it? I do one. How many guesses do I get? I mean, what?
I took 3 for
Okay.
for the
so
for the
I was
Shatini.
gonna say Larry Bird, not Larry Bird. I'll go with who's the guy? He was with the Pistons.
Dennis Rodman,
No.
Isaiah Thomas.
Yes.
No, I mean
Okay.
yes, Isaiah Thomas was with the Pistons.
Yes.
No, he
Isaiah Thomas
not.
is the one I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
Yeah. Do you have any other guesses? Because you're way off.
Is it a former coach?
Nope.
Is it someone with just crazy money?
Yep.
Would I know them from other businesses?
Probably not.
Not Mark Cuban.
It's not Mark
he's
Cuban.
buying
Mark Cuban.
everybody.
He owns the Dallas Mavericks. He's a good owner. He's a fun guy to follow.
Right.
I'm a big fan of Mark Cuban.
Okay, then no, I have no idea. Who is this?
Mikhail Prokhorov.
Does this mean
That he is?
Russian?
Correct. He is
Like
a
an actual Russian?
billionaire. Yes.
Oh,
from Russia.
wow. A Russian national.
He is a Russian national, rumored to be part of the mob during the communist era, suddenly a billionaire in the oil industry when Russia converted to a more economic society.
He's one of
Does
them blue
not
jeans traders.
own a computer or a cell phone.
Shut up.
Is a billionaire and the first foreign-born owner of an NBA team.
Wow, that's significant
Well, it's significant now.
because of the developments that are going on.
Correct, because of all the economic sanctions going against Russia from all the national countries. Vladimir Putin has called for all international Russian businessmen to circle the wagons and return to Russia to run all their businesses from Russia to improve the economy from within while they withstand these sanctions.
So he doesn't want them to necessarily divest and get rid of it. He just wants everybody to be more remote about the way they run the organization.
They want, if there's money coming in, they want it coming into Russian banks.
Weird.
Yeah.
Well, not weird, but
No, it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes
except
sense, but
one of the countries sanctioning them is the United States.
USA.
So
USA.
no one knows how they're going to handle the money that is generated for the Brooklyn Nets.
Right, because essentially it's being commanded to go all back to Russia,
Yeah.
and that would leave little to nothing for the general operations.
Or do we allow money to go to Russia?
So are people going to protest their games?
We don't
Boycott their games right out? Or they're going to just not even let the money go?
Here's where it gets even funnier. This guy, who's a real mogul with no cell phone, no computer, but somehow owns
He's a character, I'm sure.
industry. Tall guy. Totally did not give a shit about the NBA salary cap. It's like you're only supposed to spend $100 million on players. He spent $180 million on players, and now everyone adheres to the salary cap because the new collective bargaining agreement says that if you for every dollar that you go over the cap, you have to give $1.50 to the rest of the league.
Oh.
So this is a guy who did not give a shit and is giving away something like $150 million to other teams
Because he just
wanted the players
Just
that he
wanted the
wanted
players.
and doesn't care
Wow.
about paying them. And so those guys are getting paid a shitload of money by this Russian money that we're trying to kick in the pants and
So
clamp down on.
it's being filtered out through all the NBA, so they want that sweet candy too.
Right.
Oh,
what
man.
the fuck do you do about this money?
You know, that was probably a really smart move on his part.
And he's going to run an NBA team from Russia.
Well,
It's pretty nuts.
that is crazy. That is crazy.
And you're done. That was your indulgent into sports, and you're done.
Basketball. Yay!
I thought I could entice you with a
The
little bit of
thing that always bugged me
international-
about basketball
Go ahead.
is that if you're tall enough,
Yeah.
that's an easy game.
That's not true. That's just not true.
I know it's not completely true.
Yeah.
But there comes a point.
We've come
if
a
you're
long-
8 feet tall, someone throws you the ball, you stick it in the hole, you win. It's like if you had crazy gangly arms.
Yeah.
If you had like 12-foot arms and were like, I'm a skee ball champion, I'd be like, well, fuck you. Fuck you, skee ball
That guy
champion.
is a skilled ski baller.
No, he picks up the skee ball and stretches his crazy long ass arm right over to the hole and drops it in. That's what I mean. It's like,
Teddy Elastic Lewis loves.
fuck him.
Love
If that
skee
record
ball.
stands, I am gonna leave the skee ball Hall of Fame, count my membership out.
Teddy Elastic Lewis with his 12-foot arms is the best ski baller I've ever seen. Changes the game.
Yeah, he changes the game. It's cheating, essentially.
They lowered the safety net 6 more inches.
Yeah, so
on
he's
a
just
standard
doing
skee ball
arm
ramp.
limbo, whatever. He's still got it. Joke.
I gotta tell you, if you like your keys in your car, you want to be friends with him.
Yeah, granted, that was the guy to know. Oh shit, my ball went down the storm drain. No problem. Give me a second.
All right. Well, this show is dedicated to Ted Elastic Arms Lewis. May he rest in peace.
You know, that's a guy we should dig up because that'd be easy
Yeah.
to marry.
Oh, he'd make a great Nero. He'd make a great Nero.
Ooh, my reach is everywhere.
Thanks a lot for listening to Matt and Mattingly's Ice Cream Social. Across from me, Mr. Paul Mattingly.
And across from me, Mr. Matt Donnelly.
In the booth is Reddy Rich helping us out. Thanks so much. Thanks for listening.
Do I have to give you something?
I don't know. Did you already cut audio?
You want an out?
We're still on.
He's got an out.
Oh, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
This is like an Easter egg for anyone who's still let it play on their
My
phone.
mashup.
Yeah, oh, I love it. Here
I
we
had to
go.
bring notes.
Hey!
All right, stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image of a podcast that you're used to. It's Matt and Mattingly, and they made you happy. So won't you hop on YouTube and subscribe to me? Indulging in chili dogs outside Tasty Freeze.
Ah! That was good.
Oh, Rich bringing the gold.
That was a good Digital Underground. Who was that?
Bringing the gold. Humpty.
Humpty.
Humpty Hump.
That was a good Humpty
Shock
Hump.
G. Quality stuff.